Hi, it's Emma Holmes here from the Small Business Franchise Association. And today we're just talking a little bit about what you need to do once you've decided that you're ready to franchise your business. So you've decided that your business model is franchisable and you are ready to set off along that path to franchising. So in order to achieve the franchise business model that you want, the very bare minimum that you need to do is you need to prepare an operations manual. And this operations manual is the absolute ABC guide to running a business within your brand. This is what you will provide to your franchisees that will give them a complete guide as to how they should run their business within your franchise brand, with all the rules and regulations and obligations and the things that they need to do and the things that they need to consider, all set out in black and white. So not only how to deliver your products or services, but also how to run their business. So it's got to be a complete guide that explains all the systems, all the protocols, even down to things as in how to become self-employed, the things that they need to consider when they first become self-employed, because a lot of your franchisees will have never been self-employed before. So that also needs to be included in your operations manual. It needs to be a comprehensive guide of how to run a business under your brand. The other thing that is absolutely essential is your franchise agreement. And I would always suggest that any franchise agreement that you are going to get put in place, you have checked or prepared by a qualified lawyer. So either you put together a franchise agreement from various sources, from the internet, whatever you want to do, and you can put that before a lawyer to be checked for legality and enforceability. So whether that agreement is actually legally binding and whether if there is any issue with that agreement that you can enforce that through the court. Or you ask a franchise solicitor, a business lawyer, or a specialist to prepare a franchise agreement on your behalf and have that checked again for legality and enforceability. Do not put together a franchise agreement and just think, oh yeah, that'll be fine, that's great, I've got it off this site and that site's reputable and blah blah blah. Actually have that document verified for you, because the very last thing you want to do is get into a situation where you need to rely on that document and that document actually not being worth the paper it's written on, as people say. So they're the essentials. They're the two things that are absolutely essential. On top of that, you can look at putting together a confidentiality agreement so that if you do get into a position where you want to speak extremely frankly to a potential franchisee and talk about figures and talk about systems and protocols prior to them actually signing the franchise agreement, then you can get them to sign a confidentiality agreement, and you can look at getting a legally binding confidentiality agreement drawn up that will protect you and your business concept from those who haven't yet signed on the dotted line. You can also look at preparing franchise opportunity brochures, which will give people more information about the franchise business opportunity that you have. You can look at getting application forms drawn up. You know, there's a wealth of other documentation that you can put in place, but the very bare essentials are your operations manual and your franchise agreement. And the first place to start should be your operations manual, because it may feel at times that this little document becomes a little bit of a labour of love. But if you get it right first time, it will only need to be updated, and you will update that on a regular basis, because every time that you train a new franchisee, something new might come up that you need to address and add into that document. So actually putting the work in at the outset will mean that you save time in the long run. And nobody else can do it. Nobody else can prepare that document for you, because only you truly know exactly how to run your business. So only you can put that information in. And the more of an honest reflection it is of the exact ethos and nature and systems of your business, then the more useful it is for your franchisees, and the less you're going to have to tweak it in the long run. So putting the time into that document is time well spent. So if you need any help, pop over to our website, www.smallbusinessfranchiseassociation.com, where you'll find lots of useful articles and assistance in our packages and toolkits. Bye for now.